Hi, I'm Matt Sinofsky.
And I'm Kat DeRosha.
And you're watching the Vision News Network.
Welcome to the end of semester edition of VNN.
The spring semester has finally come to a close.
Starting out, let's talk about the announced changes to the Belmont housing system. The university announced earlier this semester that housing would not be guaranteed to seniors. However, no seniors lost their spot.
VNN's Elizabeth Gage talked with students about their thoughts on the new process.
A change in Belmont's housing system left many students worried about their ability to live on campus as upperclassmen. This spring semester, Res Life announced that rising seniors would not be guaranteed housing on campus for their final semesters at Belmont. Rising seniors had to enter a lottery to see if they would get the chance to live on campus. Students were unaware if they would be selected to live on campus or left to secure off-campus housing in Nashville's competitive housing market. Thankfully, there was enough availability to give all rising seniors a place to live on campus to those who chose to opt in to the lottery.
I am grateful that I wasn't kicked off campus. I entered the housing lottery and me and my buddy both got it, so we will be on campus next year. You know, rent's not really great, so if I found something that was around the same price as Belmont housing, I would have expected a place that wasn't as nice.
Another student, sophomore Keegan Donahue, expressed concerns about housing prices in Nashville.
Even last night we were looking at apartments off campus at the Connect Nashville. And it's super nice, but it's super expensive, so we'll see how it should all shake out well. But I feel for the people who didn't get housing on campus and are now having to look at more expensive stuff outside.
The cost of living off campus was not the only concern among students. Transportation to and from campus and Nashville traffic is a contributing factor to the stress of living off campus. We spoke to Belmont students about their worries with commuting to campus.
If I lived nearby, one of these nearby homes like a lot of other people do, then I'd be fine because I could just walk it. But if I'm living 10 minutes away, 20, I'd have to be dependent on other people for rides, which wouldn't be ideal.
I hate the idea of having to drive to campus. I want to be able to walk to classes. I don't like driving in Nashville at all because traffic's horrible.
Even with the stress gone from this year's rising seniors about living on campus, students still have complaints about the housing process.
I've had friends that live off campus now and wanted to get back on and they can't, so it sucks that that's a struggle for them. I also have friends that went abroad and that also makes it really hard for them to get back into Belmont housing.
Instead of halting student registration and admission, they were going to force seniors to potentially not live on campus after when they came to campus they were guaranteed 4 years of housing.
While all students were guaranteed housing for next year, the housing process is still a work in progress. For VNN, I'm Elizabeth Gage. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Despite the anxiety, it's great that everyone has a place to live next semester.
In other news, the Belmont Honors Scholars Collaborative classes finished their year-long projects.
Here's VNN's Cadence Moore checking in with a couple of the classes.
The Belmont Honors Scholars Collaborative is a collection of 3 courses designed to guide honors students through their projects, from topic selection and proposal to presentation and symposiums. From birds to loneliness to mass incarceration, juniors in the honors program were given freedom to investigate topics through research, storytelling, and service. We checked in with the honors research and execution courses on how their projects are coming along.
Their ownership of the project has been really powerful to witness, and I love the opportunity to introduce something, but then for students to run with it.
Well, I think it makes for a really organic learning experience because the students really are on the hook for everything.
The groups took on problems from a variety of topics, ranging from the need for public transit to the school-to-prison pipeline. Students were able to go as broad or as specific as they wanted.
We choose a lot of what we do. We go where we're passionate. We intermingle between the different groups that we have been broken down into, which is the research, production, and the writing group.
Some classes collaborated with city organizations as part of its research, while other classes are hosting WellCore events to raise awareness surrounding the class's topics. For one of Sarah Blomy's classes, students focused on loneliness in college students and the impact it has.
Our class really found this epidemic of loneliness that many college campuses are experiencing as something that we wanted to look deeper into.
We got permission to reach out to colleges all across Tennessee. We created a survey that was a mix of some different measures that we were interested in.
There are people that are grateful that we're doing it and are voicing to us that this is going to change something, that this is important.
As for Amy Hodges Hamilton's class, students chose to partner with a local organization, Healing Housing, which provides resources for women recovering from addiction.
So we are looking at the power of storytelling, and the way that we're kind of structuring the class is we are partnering with a sober living housing program called Healing Housing.
We've organized a few events like dancing, music, spa night, art night, where the women can kind of explore these different forms of arts. We're also creating a healing arts curriculum, kind of expanding on that, on these events that we're doing as an example for other people to use then, for Healing Housing to continue to use, for other programs to use.
These collaborative projects launch students into real-life scenarios, forcing them to think outside the box and possibly off campus, where their project management and research skills will be put to the test.
I think that the learning is deeper and more engaged when students can get outside of the four walls of this classroom and engage in community and stories and with real people surrounding the social problems that we're looking at.
They kind of identify the problem, the solution, and I always use the metaphor like you're driving the bus now, like I'm giving you the keys. And to me, the most rewarding thing is that they actually take the keys.
But it's really, kind of tested me and forced me to get outside of my boundaries and once again have those discussions that otherwise might not have been had.
Honor students completed their projects and presented them at the Belmont University Research Symposium. For VNN, I'm Cadence Moore.
Belmont students were working hard outside of the classroom too. Belmont baseball and softball seasons are well underway at ES Rose Park.
Matt and I checked in on their seasons and looked at some of their key players in the Bruin Report.
Hi, I'm Matt Sanofsky.
And I'm Kat DeRocha. Welcome back to the Bruin Report.
We're here at ES Rose Park touching base with the Belmont baseball and softball teams during their spring season.
Let's jump right in. Starting off with the baseball team, the Bruins currently sit with a 5-4 conference record after suffering a loss against the University of Evansville. The Bruins will be back at home as they take on Austin Peay University for some non-conference play.
And for the softball team, the Bruins have been making their mark on the mound with a 10-3 conference record after defeating Valparaiso University in a 3-game series last weekend. The Bruins will stay on the road as they travel to Murray, Kentucky to take on the Murray State Racers.
So Matt, who do you think leads the baseball team so far this season?
Great question, Kat. The Bruins have had sluggers in both the outfield and infield this year. Right fielder Sam Slaughter has established himself as an on-base machine with 36 hits in 29 games, plus a .451 on-base percentage this year. Third baseman Mason Landers has also been a hot bat this year. April's first MVC Player of the Week has 11 home runs so far, giving him a .675 slugging percentage on the season.
Those are some great players, Matt. Sam definitely slaughters at the plate after his stunning home run against Lipscomb University last Wednesday, as well as 8 RBIs against Murray State at the end of March.
So same question for you, Kat. Who makes the softball team shine from the dugout?
Well, Matt, sophomore Nicole Hughes leads the team in almost every stat. With a .375 batting average and earning 22 runs this season, Hughes knows how to put up a fight. And of course, we can't forget the star twins on the team, Indy and Emily Cockrell.
Oh, for sure. Both players have scored at least 1 home run this season, with Indy hitting 12 RBIs and Emily with 25.
All 3 of these players have shined both at the plate and on the field, with Hughes catching 104 balls this season, Emily gaining 32 assists in the field, and Indy earning 33 putouts.
During the final match of the Indiana State University series at the end of March, all 3 players posted 2 RBI doubles, leading the Bruins to a 10-3 win.
I think it's fair to say that Hughes and the Cockrell twins definitely add a spark to the softball team. But we can't forget about pitchers Emma Summers and Maya Johnson and their impact on the team. Summers transferred to Belmont from Miami University in 2022 and since then has pitched over 348 innings with an overall batting average against of .232 as a Bruin.
As for Johnson, the redshirt sophomore also transferred to Belmont last season from the University of Pittsburgh. The 2-time MVC Pitcher of the Week has given the Bruins a leg up with her quick fastball and securing 119 strikeouts this season alone.
With Summers pitching her 4th shutout of the season against Indiana State, the softball team is looking to have an impressive season. Who on the baseball team leads batters striking out?
That would be lead starter Will Pryor. The sophomore has tossed 4 quality starts so far, posting a 3-2 record on the mound. Across 42 innings, he struck out 44 batters. Out of the bullpen, freshman Hank Liss has been impressive for the Bruins. The righty has worked 23 innings and 11 relief appearances this year, posting a strong 1.96 ERA.
Talk about a wild pitch. The baseball team is stacked with some powerful players. How do you think the team will compete against Valpo this weekend?
Well, Valpo's pitching staff has been their biggest problem this year, posting a 6.92 ERA. The Belmont lineup just needs to have some pop early in the weekend to get deep into the Beacon bullpen. I think the Bruins have a great shot at taking the series and pushing Valpo deeper into the basement of the MVC. What are your thoughts on the upcoming softball series against Murray State?
Well, with the Racers having a 5-8 conference record, I think the Bruins will have an advantage with their 2-star pitchers and loaded batters. And with the Bruins being only one of 2 teams in the MVC to reach 20-plus wins this season, I'm hopeful that the team will finish out strong for the remainder of the season.
With both teams just over the halfway point of the season, the Bruins will have to dominate their opponents before the MVC tournament in May.
The question is, Matt, can both teams rise to the occasion, or will the competition get the best of them?
Well, Kat, I know these Bruins have what it takes to put up a fight. We'll just have to see if they slide in safely or get thrown out at home in the race to the postseason. For VNN, I'm Matt Sinofsky.
And I'm Kat DeRocha. Until next time. It's been great getting to watch the rest of the season games from both teams.
It really has. How do you think the teams look going into the MVC tournament?
Well, I'm thinking the baseball team is going to need to tighten its defense and sharpen its offense. But with pitcher Will Pryor on the mound and Mason Landers at bat, the Bruins have a fighting chance to dominate in the tournament. What are your thoughts on the softball team?
Well, Kat, these women have been fighting all season long, and they have 2 more conference series to get ready for the postseason. With ace Maya Johnson on the mound and slugger Nicole Hughes at the heart of their lineup, I think these Bruins have what it takes to make a run in the MVC tournament.
Thanks for watching VNN's end of semester broadcast.
In closing out our broadcast, check out another 5-minute expert with choral member Quinn Martin, who teaches me how to sing a German choral piece in just 5 minutes.
For someone who's never spoken German before, I think everyone will be impressed with your language skills and definitely your singing chops. But before we go, make sure to stay up to date with all the campus news over at BelmontVision.com. For VNN, I'm Kat DeRocha.
And I'm Matt Sinofsky. We'll see you next time, Bruins. Hey Belmont Bruins, welcome back to 5-Minute Expert. I'm Matt Sinofsky, and I'm here today with Quinn Martin. So Quinn, what is your major?
I am a junior music education major seeking vocal licensure.
All right, have you ever taught someone like me before?
No, people usually at least have a passing interest in wanting to sing before they ask for lessons.
Well, I will do my best today, so let's start looking at the piece. So what are we going to be singing today?
We will be singing Robert Franz's Für Musik.
All right, let's hear it.
Die sich dir ergeben, nimm sie ganz dahin. Ach, du weißt, dass nehme ich mein eigen bin, mein eigen bin.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
All right, so where are we going to start?
We will start by breaking down the language with the rhythm. So just repeat after me. Nun die Schatten dunkeln.
Nun die Schatten dunkeln.
Welch ein Hauch der Sehnsucht.
Welch ein Hauch du... Oh, I already messed that up. All right. Let's start again from that sentence.
Yes. Welch ein Hauch der Sehnsucht.
Welch ein Haut da... Oh, I'm lost on this word.
Ich mein eigen bin, mein eigen bin.
Ich mein eigen bin, mein eigen bin.
Okay, lovely. Some rough patches, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to work on the melody next. It is the same thing 3 times, so we'll do it once. Okay.
That is harder than it seems.
Yeah, and that's all that it is. So we're going to put it slowly on the text. 1 and 2 and 3 and
Nun die Schatten dunkeln, Stern an Sterne wacht, welch ein Hauch der Sehnsucht flutet durch die Nacht.
So, as we approach that high note at the end, think through it, not to it.
Through it. Deine Seele dazu.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ich mein eigen bin, mein eigen bin.
Lovely.
That was great.
All right. You ready to try it?
I think I have to.
1 and 2 and 3 and
Nun die Schatten dunkeln, Stern an Stern
Yeah.
wacht. sich dir ergeben, nimm sie ganz dahin. Ach, du weißt das nimmer, ich mein eigen bin, mein eigen bin.
Lovely.
I'm learning a new language today.
Yeah. Matt, for your grade today, given that it would usually take over an hour over the course of multiple days to get a song like this learned very well, I'll give you a solid B.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But that'll be all today for 5 Minute Expert. I learned a lot in 5 minutes. Maybe you can too. For VNN, I'm Matt Sinofsky, and I'll see you next time, Bruins.
Nun die Schatten dunkeln, Stern an Sterne wagt, welch ein Hauch der Sehnsucht flutet durch die Nacht.